Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Ajab here. So this is a look at the weekly roadmap update. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, we have the Star Citizen stats already up. The Origin celebration actually started this week, so I went ahead and split this into two rows. On June 6th, that's when the Origin celebration started. So when I got a chance, I went ahead and stopped the statistics there. As you can see, we have around 2,000 new accounts started, and on the final day, we had an additional 433. So in terms of new accounts started, we really didn't see a bump. So as you can see right here, we have not seen a increase in accounts created because of the free flight. So we might see that next week. Over here on this side, we do see a small bump in terms of funding coming in. We're over 400K, roughly about 460,000. So we can safely assume or safely guess that around 60K of it probably comes from the Origin celebration, which isn't too bad because most of the things that you can buy for the Origin celebration, which usually are a buck or two, unless of course you're talking about upgrading your modules and weapons, but I will talk more in depth into that in the Inside Weekly Star Citizen video. But overall, we do see a slight bump in funding coming in. We do not see a slight bump in terms of accounts being created, which tells me that customizations is selling, but it doesn't look like the 300i is a very popular starter ship or a ship that people will be adding to their fleet. So overall, we haven't seen a dramatic increase in funding coming in for Star Citizen. So let's go ahead and jump into the Persistent Universe roadmap. As you can see right here, we actually have 3 features that got removed. So 3D pathing, bartenders, and civilians got moved to another major revision. We did see 2 more completions of features, which is player free look and also client server actor network rework, which is great because a more stable connection between the client and server is much needed right now, as I am still seeing a lot of crashes for 3.5.1. Overall though, there's still a lot of work being completed for 3.6, which should be ending at the end of this month, so hopefully they can close out many more of these in the next couple of weeks. A couple of things to be worried about are the ships for 3.6, as they're still sitting around the 50% mark for completion. So with a month left, hopefully they can get a lot of work done. If not, they will have to come out in a later patch in 3.6, which could happen because we're talking about a capital ship and also a brand new ship design in the Bandu Defender. Moving on to 3.7, so the 3 features that got moved out of 3.6 found a new home in 3.7. Other than that, the only other thing to report is that the rest stop stations got moved out of 3.6 and found a new home in 3.8. As you can see in 3.8, there really isn't anything else to report. There was one minor change to the hull C, but really nothing to report overall in 3.8. Going on to 3.9, New Babbage continues to see work, but other than that, there's really nothing else to report. Moving over to the Squadron 42 roadmap, as you can see, there is still work being done for quarter 2, but the work overall is pretty light. We are seeing some completions in work in terms of player free look, and we also see that 3D pathing got removed from quarter 2. Moving on to quarter 3, one interesting thing to note here is that cover usage version 2 went from having 16% done to actually having nothing done, so I'm not sure what this change in status means. But overall, we are seeing light work being done for quarter 3. It seems like there's actually more work getting completed for quarter 3 than quarter 2. And then lastly, going to quarter 4, there's really nothing to report here, just some minor rebalancing of tasks. And then finally, for quarter 1 2020, we do see some tasks being done for Physics Q refactoring. But the overall big story is, of course, looking at 3.6 and seeing if they can actually complete all the features that are still within 3.6. But there definitely is a lot of work that needs to be completed. I would not be surprised at all if the 3.6.0 patch doesn't include all of the features, and subsequent minor updates will need to be deployed in order to get all of the features in for 3.6. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to the channel, as we will be covering all things Star Citizen. If you have any questions or recommendations, please leave it in the comments below. We greatly appreciate new subscribers, as this will allow us to create more content in the future. That's all I have. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.